Among, although being the leaders in Thailand microfinance institution, Nguyen Thich Law is still facing a challenge to differentiate itself from local financial organizations and other competitors in the mind of consumer. And with the rapid expansion plan in the recent year, maintaining its core value as well as qualities have become new concerns that the company needs to take an immediate action. Sawadika. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nataka, and here are my colleagues, Walada, Bali, and Titari. And we are Senegals. And we are here today to help our client, Nguyen Thich Law, walking through the expansion process efficiently and sustainably. Before walking into the situational analysis of the company, first of all, let's go over the company's goal so that the direction for the expansion can be set out accordingly. So of course, the first goal cannot be anything else but to increase the market share of the company in the auto title loan industry. And second is to extend its geographic network through the branches opening. But last but not least, is to reduce the operational cost in the wet market program, which was launched in the year 2011. And before moving to the strategy for the company, let's first of all analyze the situational analysis of the company. As you can see from the table with the blue box representing the favorability for the company. As you can see that Nguyen Thich Law's key strengths include brand awareness and service quality. Since the company is renowned for its quickness and convenience in terms of loan approval. However, with the rapid expansion in the industry, it might be a concern that the employee potential in terms of hiring qualified employees to facilitate the opening up of new 100 branches might be hard and time consuming. And even more, right now the market penetration of Nguyen Thich Law company might be relatively low compared to its competitor in terms of number of branches. Therefore, with this rapid growth in the industry, Nguyen Thich Law must find new strategies in order to keep up with its competitor. And next, my colleague Warada will help you run through the executive summary of the company.
Thank you, Nataka. Under the umbrella of expansion, we, Senegals, would like to introduce you three strategies. A for access, R for reward, and M for motivate. First, access. Geographical or branch expansion is a key to increase revenue growth due to the better access to customers. This aims to improve the market penetration of the company. Second, reward. Reward system incentivizes borrowers to pay debt on time. This aims to reduce the bad expense of the company. Last but not least, motivate. Guyokan or group lending strategies helps to spread the high operating costs and enhance revenue. This improves the profit margin of the wet market program. Let's start off with our first strategy, access. Despite Nguyen Thich Law's #1 market share among its main competitors, it is still on the least number of branches, which will surely impact the company in the future in terms of customer access. Right now, Nguyen Thich Law owns the total number of 399 branches, and it plans to add 100 more of the branches to its network by the end of this year, while maintaining the quality of the service. Therefore, our team recommends Nguyen Thich Law to keep expanding the branches at a decreasing rate by opening up new 100 branches every year all over Thailand. This way, Nguyen Thich Law can penetrate the market while maintaining the quality of service and also indirectly lower the bad expense and transportation costs. Where should Nguyen Thich Law expand to? Nguyen Thich Law should prioritize regions that have more of our potential customers. To prioritize regions, we look at the three following criteria. First, low average debt per household. Second, low average monthly income per household. Last, low ability to obtain financial services. With these criteria, we have come up with the new proportion that Nguyen Thich Law should maintain when it is expanding the branches. So we're going to prioritize Northeastern region at 35%, Central region at 25%, and Greater Bangkok at 10%. grow sustainably and effectively, service quality is the key. We introduced the online training program. All employees are required to take the online training program. After they are trained, they'll be taking the exam to evaluate. So anyone who fails to pass 80% of the exam has to take another exam that is specialized in their weak points. With this, Nguyen Thich Law can maintain the low operating cost because of the online system while maintaining the service quality. And next, I pass on to Palit to talk about our second recommendation.
Thank you, Malada. For our second strategy, reward. What's the reward system? In this system, customer will collect points, and points can be exchanged to rewards. And customer will get the points every time they make timely payments. And we will give extra points annually and when the loans are completed. So, why reward system? Because Nguyen Thich Law has high revenue, but why the company has low net income? Nguyen Thich Law's relatively low net profit margin is a major cause. And we found that one reason for such low margin is high bad debt expense. As we can see from this graph, when compared to our major competitors, Muang Thai Leasing and Sequat Power, our bad debt expense to net interest income ratio is substantially higher. So we propose a reward system in order to achieve our goal of reducing bad debt and increase net profit margin. So this is the example of booklet for the reward system, which will give to all the Thai loan customers. And this booklet will show the schedule of payments and interest, the points earned for each payment, and the total points collected. And the objectives of this booklet are to remind customers for the next payment and to let customers know how many points they have collected so that they can make a decision about the reward. And how does reward system work? Customers will collect points every time they make timely payments, and points can be exchanged to two types of reward. First, reward items such as rice cooker, microwave, or other consumer goods. And second, the discount interest rate as the percentage of the contracted interest rate. And this table shows the points and reward structure, which is constructed by considering the payment period for each type of loan, the interest income, the cost of rewards, and borrower's behavior. The reward items focus on attracting customers with short payment period, such as motorcycle loan, and customers who want to borrow only once. And the discount on interest aims to attract customers with longer payment periods, such as sedan and truck loans, or customers who wish to borrow again in the future. How the points are given? In this system, there are three types of points. First, the base points are given for every timely payment. Second, the annual points are given when customers finish the payment every 1 year, excluding the last period. The objective of this type of point is to encourage customers who have long payment period so that they can get a reasonable reward before the end of the loan. And third, the ending points are given at the last payment for each loan. This type of point gives highest points as a reward for completing the loans. And the points for each type of loans I showed on the slide, sedan and pickup loan, or sedan and truck loan, get higher points because they pay higher amount of installment and interest, so that they should get higher amount of reward accordingly. So we set these points by setting the base point for the motorcycle loan is equal to 1 first as a base, and then we set the range of other points to meet our goals for each type of point as mentioned. And we set these specific numbers in order to be able to construct the points and reward tables on the previous slide to make it balanced and reasonable for both Nguyen Thich Law and customers. We also give the delay payment penalty. For the delay payment during the year, we will subtract 2 times the base points earned in a single period. But if customers miss the payment on the year end, we will deduct the percentage out of either the annual points or the ending point that this customer is expected to get. We are not using extreme penalty to make sure that customers still have incentives to get back to normal payments. To clarify, let's look at the example of the sedan loan on the middle timeline. This is the 2-year sedan loan, and we collect the payments every month, so there will be 12 periods a year and 24 periods in total. And the base points for the sedan loan is equal to 3. So you get 24 times 3 is equal to 72 points. And at at the end of the first year, you get one annual point of 80. And at the end of the second year, which is the last period, you get one annual point of 300. So in total, you get 452 points maximum for this type of loan. Okay, when we get the reward items, we will order our items from Lazada and online shopping store. And our items will be automatically shipped to customer addresses. And if like specific items on our brochure, our poster, our order, we'll send similar items with process price. We choose Lazada because they offer reasonable price with low extra fees. And we use the service from other companies so that we don't have to build our own inventory and logistics system, which are costly and they are not related to our core business. Next, Nitari will talk about the benefits of the reward system.
Thank you, Khalid. For the benefits, not only will the reward system help the company forge a stronger bonds toward its customer, it will enhance the loan renewal rates, but most important of all, it will create and induce timely payment. Now let's look at the table below, which shows the total income to the two different effects, the increase of revenue and the decrease of bad debt expense. The company will be able to increase its net profits from 44 million in 2016 to 141 million in 2020, with a compound annual growth rate of 26.16%. Next, our third strategy, Motivate, will focus on the net loss under the wet market programs. But before we move on to discuss the core strategy, we need to understand the root cause of this problem first. Wet market programs of the company adopt the daily debt collection model in order to collect debts from its customer. While this strategy helped the company achieve the differentiating position among its competitors, it also drives up a high transportation cost. And these costs take up a large percentage of the operating expense. Therefore, we would like to introduce two sub-tactics to handle the situation from the revenue side and the expense side. Kuyogang is a group lending program with the incentive to create a larger loan base in order to build up more of the installment, higher value of the installment payment. These payments will be able to cover the cost of transportation for each location or each market. For the effective debt collection process, we suggest reduce the number of payment times. Kuyogang offers 3% interest discount under two conditions. First, the minimum principal must be at least 100,000 baht, and the second, all the members within the group must be doing the business in the same market. The debt collection process suggests reduce the 7 times debt collection per week to 3 times debt collection per week, because we find out that each or the daily installment payment is not substantial enough to cover up or weigh against the high transportation cost of each time. The company will be able to raise the revenue and increase the profit margin by motivating the customer to borrow more. It can also take advantage of the customer base that the company already has now to increase the loan value, to spread words, to create a more cluster of customers, and also spread out the words to those new potential borrowers in the market. These will not only help the situation to increase the revenue, but also help the company enhance the ability to collect debt as well. The reduced debt collection will reduce more than half of the transportation expense, while maintaining the true objective to be approachable in customer perspective and also to be outstanding and differentiating among our competitors. These combined effects will turn upside down the situation from 5 consecutive years of net loss into 60% of profit margin. Next, Natchakan will guide you through the financial projection.
Thank you, Starry. So next, in front of ladies and gentlemen, is the financial projection if the strategies are implemented. Each column is representing an annual value from the year 2014 through to the year 2020. As you can see clearly, there will be a great reduction in bad debt expenses, and this is mainly contributed from the incentivized timely payment from the reward system. And also, we can observe that at the interest, the total income, which includes net interest income and the non-interest income, will increase in absolute value as well as the percentage growth from the year 2016 onward. But looking at the operating expense, you can notice that it is still remaining high, and this is due partly to the implementation of the strategies. However, we can consider this as an investment, since it is expected that the strategies that we suggest that will give the high expected return as well as the profit margin. As you can see that there will be a big jump from 19% in the 2015 for the profit margin up to 30% in the year 2020. To get a better picture of the pro forma income statement, we can see that for the total income, there will be an increase from around 3,300 million baht from 2015 up to around 5,800 million baht in 2018, which is equivalent to 15% compound annual growth rate. And similarly, for the net income, it is expected for the same time period, there will be an increase from around 600 million baht to up to 1,700 million baht, which is equivalent to 28% compound annual growth rate. And as mentioned earlier, because of the strategy, we expect that the bad debt will be lower and there will be an increase in interest income. So of course, the ratio of bad debt over interest income will reduce greatly from 16% in 2015 down to only around 17% in expected 2018. And as planned, the net profit margin for the company will increase from 9% in 2015 up to 30% in 2018, which is very promising. And to recap the strategies, we would like to emphasize how each strategy has been thoroughly designed to create great impact and to deliver impressive results. First, access, which would enable our client, Nguyen Thich Law, to increase its market share in the auto title loan industry. Second, the reward system, which would encourage timely payment, which in turn reduce the level of bad debts and at the same time create better customer relationship. Last but not least, motivate the customers in the wet market to borrow with us through the Guyokan program, who not only spread the high fixed cost of transportation, but also increase the total loan value. And with the three strategies or the ARM strategies, we are highly confident that there will be up to 800 branches operating all over Thailand by the end of year 2019. There will be a reduction of 2% allowance in bad debt over the total loan value. And of course, there will be an increase of up to 60% profit margin in the web market program. And up until now, we would like to conclude our presentation here and open the floor for questions. Thank you.
On the reward strategy, when customers cannot catch up the payment for whatever reason, accident or whatever, so the line within points will incentivize or will be able to turn the situation around and incentivize the customer to pay.
Because at least they will have some benefits of make annual payments. Because our customers, most of our customers, they don't want to they will have normally they will feel like when we give out their loan, they will feel like we only take them when they cannot make a payment. They will only feel like we will only take them something from them, like such as a car or a motorcycle. And we have some benefits to them, and then we give some rewards to them, and they will feel better. They will feel like they have something to make them have stronger incentives to pay.
But what if they don't have money to pay? So they want the wage, but they don't have the money to pay.
Okay, if they really don't have the money to pay, so we will get back to normal strategy, which is like we will take their cars or we will take the motorcycle, but we just want to we want to implement some strategy to reduce the bad expense, to motivate them to pay if they can. We don't want them to think that they can just randomly miss the payment if they have something that benefits them for not miss the payment. So we think that will be benefit to the company also.
To add on, because we also believe that by punishing them will not only cause the situation to be worse, and by rewarding them, not only they have the more incentive, we also create the goal for them, because sometimes the customer will want to borrow more, and by adding more points of deductions, they will see the benefits of that. And if this time they have the lower ability to pay, next time with the lower percentage, they will be able to make it.
So for the reward item that you will offer interest reduction, when do you plan to offer the interest reduction? Is it in the same loan amount, or you mean for the next loan when they apply?
Okay, so they can use their points to exchange for the discount whenever they want. But we will give the reward system will implement it after each current customers finish their current annual period.
Okay, so meaning when
Like
for customer who take 2 years loan, when they finish the first year, the second year they may be
They can use it
subject to the
immediately.
interest discount.
yes,
So you will recompute the loan and charge them with installment.
yes.
For the last one, the pool of thing. So what happened if the guaranteed default? One members of the gang who borrowed as a group, right? Defaulted, who do you go for money and the punishment, like how much the process?
To clarify on that, each person will have their own contract, only that they will group together to create a larger installment, so that we as a company can be sure that we will gain enough of the revenue in one time. But for the punishment, it will be individually, not as a group.
Your concept is the group will pay on the same day,
Yes.
so you can reduce the number of days, right? So what if the group, there are 4 members, but only one of them are late on payment? So will you still get the payment from the rest of the 3, or will you wait for the remaining one to cancel the payment before you collect?
So we will collect, because the concept of this is to make sure that the total value of loan that we collect from each market is minimum at 100,000 baht. And for the collection of installments, it will be collected individually. And to answer your question, if there will be a delayed payment, we will make sure that those who are able to pay first will collect those first, and those who are delayed will follow the normal protocol that I have set up for delayed payment.
So meaning perhaps 3 days are from normal on scheduled payment, but you still have to collect the rest of the day on that delinquent customer, right?
You mean if you don't collect within the 3 days of pay? Within the 3
3
days?
days per week
Yes.
those who pay on time,
Yeah.
but there will be a small group of people who are not paying on time. So as what you said is you will still following up until you get payment, right?
Yes,
So
of
you still
course.
have to be on
Maybe the next week, the week following.
next week.
In the week following. Because the 3 days of the week is spreading throughout the week. So make sure that all the Mecca, all those customers in the wet market, at least one day that we go there, visit them, that will be there.
So what if this customer who might have money the next day, so we wait for a week, or will you go for the next day?
lending programs to create a cluster of customers. So we can be able to keep up with them by asking about the particular customer from their friends and or the family which is doing the business in the same area as well. And that's why we are telling that this will help with the bad debts, reducing the bad debts.
Moreover, to your questions, because we have reduced from 7 days to 3 days, we make sure that these 3 days are the peak day of the market, so that the merchants or banker will have the money on that day and will collect on that day. Yes. Thank you.
About the concept, I'm wondering if there are more than one gang in the market. Let's say my gang is gang, and for my gang I prefer you to collect on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because he's gang on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. How do you manage it? Because our minimum loan is 100,000 each. So how do you manage? Because we are in the same market but we have different preferences.
Actually, this one we not only focus on debt collection day that we are going to set 3 days per week. However, this strategy also improves our loan. So with this, we can increase our loan value. That's the first benefit. But if the day collection is different, it's still okay because we still have more group of customers, which is with the loan value is over 100,000, which is still okay. This can still cover the cost of that.
So basically the staff need to go there every day as per the original setup, right?
Yes. However, we can still collect more interest payment, which is the benefit of